Welcome to Yoga in Your Living Room. My name is Brentan, and you are joining a relaxing bedtime yoga routine. So join me on your mat. And we'll start by in an extended child's pose. So we'll take the big toes together, we'll sit back on the heels, and of course we can add some padding below the knees or in between the legs if that feels right. And you can also do this reclined on your back just by hugging your knees into your chest in kind of the same position. So either way works, whether you're reclining and folding forward over your legs like so, or coming onto your back. Use your hands to press your pelvis down to your heels, circularize your tailbone towards your ankles, and rest the forehead at the hairline. Take full deep breaths into the torso and inflate the entire back body to the sky on each inhale. You may find in a couple of moments that the pelvis can relax a little bit more towards the heel side, and the spine and the forehead can actually lengthen out of the body a few more inches. Soften all the muscles around the eyes and the face. In your very own time, you can walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, kind of swaying yourself on up. Take the knees together. Lean forward so that we can tuck the toes under. We'll stretch out the underside of the feet. So come back and sit on the heels or go towards that as much as is comfortable. You can keep your hands on the floor for support if you're newer to it. Take low, steady breaths. So whatever sensations arise, and they can be quite intense, offer them to the space in which they appear. So here we're not clamping on to anything that we're experiencing, but we're aware of the space in which our experience occurs. If you want, take your hands to your low back, open the chest, and if your chest and shoulders permit, you can interlock the hands. You can open the heart to the sky. Take one more full breath in, and then exhale as we come forward. Relax through the tops of the feet one at a time. Soften your eyes, soften your vision so that more is entering into your visual field without you kind of like picking apart things that you're interested in. You just kind of let all of the shapes, the textures, the light enter evenly. And let's start to move the pelvis around. See if you can let the eyes be nice and still in the skull, even as the body moves. And you'll notice that they kind of want to grab onto things and look at this little speck of hair or something that's on the mat. What we're doing here is we're softening the focus of the eyes. Take your pelvis in other direction. And then even from here, tuck the toes under. One at a time, lift the knees high for downward facing dog. And this can be a nice bent-legged downward facing dog. We're letting the upper body go more towards upside down, a nice tumbling position for the upper body here. Nice and easy does it. We can walk the feet forward a little bit. We can walk the hands back a little bit. Any combination of that until we arrive in an in a restful standing forward bend where the feet are nice and wide, perhaps even off the yoga mat if you're a bit tighter in the backs of the legs. Soft bend into the knee. Maybe you take opposite elbows and you kind of just sway it out a little bit here. Go ahead and take the feet back down underneath the pelvis. We actually won't even stand all the way up because we're taking this energy back down, preparing ourselves for some nice good rest tonight. So let's go ahead, ground the hands again, step the feet on back one at a time. Soften on down to the knees. We'll come to a seated position here. And now, I recognize that sitting on the floor doesn't feel the best for everyone. So if you can't negotiate a spot of comfort for yourself here on the floor, go ahead, sit up onto a couch, an ottoman, chair, something like that. Let's start just by taking some circular motions with our hips. Both directions. Let's even kind of go back. Take the feet more towards Baddha Konasana. So if you're sitting up in a chair or something like that, you can try this on the chair. You can also come on back down to the floor, try it there. You can also try lifting your booty up onto something. So if you have some blankets or a block or a couple of books or something, you can get yourself up a little bit higher, and that tends to open up some of these areas. So first things first, if you feel like you're being kind of sucked to the back of your yoga mat, what your body's telling you is that it wants you to lean back here so that you can work just on getting the pelvis nice and open and not having this pull so much on the low back muscles. That's not really where we're looking to stretch the most. Now, if you can get centered and upright on your sitting bones where you feel buoyant and light here, let's go ahead and take the pose forward into a forward fold. Relax through your face, your eyes. And you can do this whether you're folding forward or leaning back. But let's see, can we walk ourselves over to one side? Stretch out that side body. Maybe even it gets a little bit more into that opposite inner thigh and hip. And then we'll go to the other side. Come on back through the center. Let's cross our legs. Inhale, take the arms all the way wide and high to the sky. And here we can just be nice and easy and soft, almost like we're mountain climbers, going a little bit higher on one side and then the other. Let's go ahead, take our hands to the back of the neck. Give ourselves a little squeeze back there. You can kind of even bow your chin down to one side. So a little self-massage of the neck and of the shoulders right before bed. Be really nice, stimulate blood flow in the area. Also, whatever kind of day it's been for you, whatever kind of residue we have lurking around. Take your hands now to your face. Let's start a little face massage here. So we can start from the inner eye creases, apply pressure on the bone. We can travel that line along the bone under the eyebrow from the inside out. We can do that a couple of times. We can do the same thing in the tear ducts as if we were wiping away tears, going from the inside out. And then there you end at the temple, so you can kind of go into a little circular massage at the temple. That's nice. And then, of course, the forehead. So starting from the inside out, nice pressure. And then we'll do our last final poses that are designed to take the nervous system more into rest and digest and kind of close us out for the evening. So this one is pretty simple. It's soles of the feet on the floor. Again, we want to see if we can get up onto the sitting bones here. So if you're having issues, lifting the pelvis up can be helpful. Also, kind of modifying in a chair can be good too. On a chair, you could just kind of prop yourself, and we can start here actually together as a group. That might be a better way of doing it. So when your soles of your feet on the ground, elbows on your thighs, and just giving your forehead a place to rest. See if you can relax your legs. Ground through the pelvis and still lengthen the spine out of the hips even as you rest. And then if it makes sense for you from there to close yourself in even more, you might walk the feet in even more. Take the heart now to the kneecaps, hug around your shins, bow your chin in, and your forehead will probably just be resting in space. See if you can relax your fingers, your toes. Gently kind of come on up out of that with a vertical spine. Stay grounded through your hips, lift up through your heart. Let's take a twist over to one side. Into the other. And then come on back through center. We'll actually end our practice in a downward facing Shavasana tonight because we're just going to get on our backs and be in a normal Shavasana for the rest of the night. So come on down to your belly. If the belly isn't good for you, don't worry, just come on your back, do the same thing. If you're on your belly, you can stack your hands, you can take your forehead down. Give the body a few moments to adjust. And we're adjusting so that we can find a spot where we're comfortable. And when we're comfortable, we can let go of all of our muscle contractions. We can give the weight of the organs, the bones to the floor. Let's actually breathe together here. So if you can breathe in and out through your nose, that'll be the invitation. But of course, you can always modify to breathe in and out through the mouth if you got some congestion going on. We'll breathe in for a count of 5, and then we'll hold it for 3 counts in silence. We'll breathe out for a count of 5 and we'll hold that for 3 counts. We'll just keep going like that. A few rounds of breath. And then we'll let the breath go and let the body kind of breathe on its own for a few more moments before we wrap up our practice. This is all in service of properly setting up the nervous system to rest, to digest. Let's start by breathing in fully through the nose, releasing through the mouth. Seal the lips, breathe in through the nose. We'll count it off now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Last one. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out through the mouth. Stay here for as long as you want.